Yep, let's discuss mock 2, guys. How was the paper? Good, bad, okay. We found it easy, but we could not solve in the exam. You got 6 marks in quant. I'm talking about quant as of now. I told you, these are your marks. You have to buy her the scores. Quant 9. 18 in quant. In quant. Okay. Pradeep, how much score in quant? Score. Yeah, second in the last. 39 in quant only. Good. Others? I want score. I don't want percentiles. Sir, did you write the mock? Then you're not supposed to sit in this class. But why did you come for the class? I messaged in the group. Congratulations. You can sit outside, attend the 6:30 class. Yeah, 6:30 is the numbers class. Now is the quant discussion. You can sit in the classroom and practice. No problem. Yeah. You can sit and practice. No problem in that. Yep. Others, what were your score in quant? Can you please type here, please? Online students. Okay. 20. 24 RP. Can you please write your full name? And 42 is the overall score or percentile or quant score or overall score. Okay, Roshan, perfect. 42 is the score in quant, perfect. 13, 6, 15. Fair enough, yeah. So in my view, in case you are sticking to only arithmetic, your score in quant should be 21. Only if you're sticking to arithmetic, nothing more than that. And out of those 21, I don't see any question which was not doable. Neither difficult. Clear? So I could figure out 7 very easy questions that you could have definitely solved from your area. So according to me, the minimum score that you should be scoring in this paper in quant is 21. It's as simple as that. And anybody who's close to 21 here? Score of 21. What was the percentile? Quant, Laura. Percentile. Devendra, I am asking score and percentile. Only quant score and quant percentile. 80 percentile with a score of 21. Clear? Sir, attempted the paper. Quant score 23. What was the percentile? 86. So you can see that approximately 20 odd was an 80 or 85 percentile altogether. Clear? Now, I do not want to take the percentiles into your head, point number 1. But yeah, it gives me a rough idea that a good number of test takers have attempted. So 85 and above, right? Which means 15 to 20% of the test takers have attempted 7 or more questions in this paper. Point number 1. Point number 2, if we have not been able to get a score of 21, we need to ask ourselves, why not 21? Point number 3, apart from those 21 marks, there were also very easy certain questions that you could have attempted and you could have also scored higher. Right? So if you feel that you're a person who has a good, approach towards mathematics, I'm not saying very good. If you feel that you know decent number of things in mathematics, then I think it should be a score of marks of at least 30 should have been your marks. Clear? Now you need to go back and analyze, okay, what is the gap? Why could you not answer a certain question of a topic and move on and move on and move on? There were 2 questions from time and work. Both of them were easy. One was calculation based. One was very easy. Did you solve both the time and work questions? There was one very easy time and distance question. Right? As I told you, 2 to 3 questions come from that area easily always in the examination. Clear? There was one very easy question on equations. Clear? So let's look at all those questions. So we had, I guess, overall 7 questions from arithmetic. So I would say this was one of the easiest questions of the paper. By the face value of it, if you're thinking it is a mixed and allegations question, you will be completely wrong. Clear? The question has just changed into an equation based question. Point number one. This will discuss. This was one of the easiest questions of the paper. All you need to know is a Pythagoras theorem. If you are again going with a face value called geometry, I have not done it. I will leave it. Again, you're committing the biggest mistake of your life. I'm given 90 degrees. I'm given 5, 5. I need not even see the question. I should be moving towards, I can calculate the value of this. I have one more 90 degree, which means I should have at least entered into this question and I should have tried solving it. Clear? Right? Coming from the school basics, this is the second question that you should have definitely solved. Then, I don't know how many of you solved this question. Very easy question. And what makes this question very easy? Options 3, 4, 5, 6. And the question is asking you what cannot be the number of rows. So I have to just calculate for 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, and 6 rows. Clear? Again, very easy equation based question. I would rather say I would not even get into arithmetic progression or anything else. Manual calculate karoge, answer aa jayega. Okay. Third, very easy question of the paper. I don't know how many of you picked this question. Clear? Again, a very easy question following indices and surds, right? And therefore, this becomes my fourth very easy question, must do question in the paper. Nothing was there. The only term that makes it more desirable is the word simple interest. If I have this question on simple interest, I should not be leaving this question. So fifth must do question. Now you need to go back and check whether these 5 you have picked or not. If not, grab the learnings. Why have we not picked it, or why did we go wrong? Clear? Fifth easy question. Then I go ahead with another easy question. This was sounding difficult, but one of the very easy questions of this paper. Or I would rather say a question that comes from the first 4 or 5 questions of our PPT. Clear? Right? The sixth very easy question of the paper. This was again a very simple question. All you needed is calculations, right? And these are 7 questions that I was talking about. I'm yet to come to one more now. 7 very easy questions. 8th very easy question. Clear? So if I do not know anything beyond arithmetic also, and basic mathematical tools like Pythagoras theorem and indices and surds, I should have got a score of 8 into 3, that is 24, and somebody with a score of 23 says that's close to 86 percentile. And I don't see any scope of mistake in any of these questions. Now you need to see where is the gap lying. Why is there a score of 9, 6, 15 or something, right? And why is there not a score of 24 in this paper? Because no question has challenge. Yeah, the difficult part in this was these questions I brought it one after the other. In the paper they were scattered, but that is what I also gave you a hint on Saturday, that your job is to identify the easy questions, search the easy questions, and score them as much as possible. Clear? Going forward, I guess I've also picked a few more. This was also a very easy question. What makes this question easy? Anybody solve this question? None of you? Congratulations. What should make me to enter into this question? By seeing the term called selling price, which means this is somewhere related to equations. Point number 1. Point number 2, yeah, it is also coming under the concept of maximum minimum of quadratic equation, but not required. The thing that makes this question easy is options. Remember, there is no none of these. There is no cannot be determined, which means you can replace the options and you can as well get your answer. So according to me, again, if you're getting a hint called equation based, this is question number 9 that you should have definitely solved. Clear? You have to come in. Yeah, come in. Certain questions like these should not be left. We'll discuss if you have left these questions. Why did you leave these questions? Clear? Assuming that, okay, you would have left it, it's completely fine. So we have 9 easy questions so far. 10th, you would have left, it's okay. This was also slightly difficult. We'll discuss arithmetic mean. Now, if you know basics of geometry, very basics. When I say basics means, if 2 triangles are similar, what happens? Ratio of corresponding sides are equal. If you know this part, how many of you have heard about this statement in school? If 2 triangles are similar, ratio of sides are equal. That is what is asked in the question. This is the another very easy question that would challenge your mind saying that, oh, it's geometry, let me leave it. Clear? So we have moved our goal to 10 easy questions of this paper, right? Without having too much of knowledge, right? This I told you in the last mock also. If you remember, I told you logs, please brush up the basic of log formulas. This also comes from that only. Very easy question, not a difficult one at all. But yeah, assuming that you have still for not revised your logs, leave it. But yeah, we'll discuss this model as well. If you know basics of permutations and combinations, you should not be leaving this question. Basics of permutations and combinations. How many of you know how to form numbers? If I have 6 numbers and I want to make a 2-digit number, how many 2-digit numbers can I make by using 6 digits? Without repetition, obviously. When without repetition, raw. 6 into 5? Basic way of forming numbers. Clear? If I want to make 3-digit numbers, 6 into 5 into 4. If I want to make 4-digit numbers, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. I'm not getting in depth of permutations and combinations. I'm at level 0. This should be the level 0 part. If I give you 5 digits, how many numbers can you form? Maybe 2-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers, 4-digit numbers, and 5-digit numbers. Clear? If you know that much, this should not have been left. So this is a bonus for you. Clear? So people who are comfortable in PNC or who just know how to form numbers, this should be question number 11 for you. Okay. This okay, there's a method of solving it. We'll discuss that. No problem. Hemispherical bowl. If you know hemisphere, easy, very easy question. Clear? Harmonic mean and geometric mean. What makes this question easy? One, you should know what is harmonic mean. You should know what is geometric mean. Second thing that makes it easy is options. Which of the following is, it's not the ratio, which of the following are 2 numbers in a way. Clear? Right? So if you just replace these 2 numbers, calculate harmonic mean and geometric mean. Now, please understand, these are some basic things that you should know when you're preparing for CAT. What are the things that I should know in logarithms when I'm preparing for CAT? Basic properties of logarithms. Same base. Log B base A plus log C base A becomes log B into C base A. Clear? Similarly, how to form different numbers. I'm not asking you to get into permutations and combinations. I'm asking you to just know how to form different 2-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers, 4-digit numbers, and so on, so on, so on. Similarly, when I'm talking about progressions as a chapter, I should know what is a geometric mean. I should know what is a harmonic mean. Arithmetic mean is what we know. Geometric mean and harmonic mean is what we also were also supposed to know. So if you're again sitting at this, looking at my face, you're committing mistakes. If you do not know these terms, note down, go back home and start revising for the next mock. I asked you to revise logarithms also in the previous mock. How many of you solved logarithm questions in this mock? Batches 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 4. No, then that means you have not done anything from the mock discussion that we discussed in the last class. I also asked you to go back and revise mensuration formulas. Remember, I told you by heart 2D formulas, by heart 3D formulas. Did you go back and revise? No, that then doesn't make sense when you're attending the mock discussion. You need to understand that whatever is being asked for you to do it, your job is to keep on working on that. And over a period of time, you'll see somewhere or the other that might help you. The hemisphere ball question was a very easy question here. Clear? Here also, if you just know what is harmonic mean, the job becomes easy. Clear? This I also did not touch as of now. This we'll discuss for batch 1, 3 and batch 1, 2 and 4 can solve this. We'll discuss that later. I did not see this much, but yeah, I think it should be very easy. Should not be very difficult question here. Again, another with quadrilateral. This is with respect to Venn diagrams. What makes me to understand it is Venn diagrams? Exactly 2, exactly 3, at least 1, at least 2, at least 3 comes in Venn diagram based question. Again, for people coming from good maths background, very basic question involving mod. I don't know if you are aware of this model or not, but very easy question. I'll have 4 values, plus, minus, and minus plus. And you can have 4 simple lines and see what is the area enclosing the graph. So if you just know basic of graph, this is like a level 0 of modulus graph. I'm not given anything complicated, just mod A plus mod B is equal to 4. And I want to get the area of the graph. I'm just telling you in case you have heard about these terms in your college days or school days. and you feel you're not having a phobia towards graph, now you should have definitely attempted this. All I have to do is I get 4 equations. I can make 4 lines. How do you get 4 lines of, if I give you any equation? How do I plot this on a graph? 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. I want x-intercept and y-intercept. Put x is equal to 0. You get the value of y. Put y is equal to 0. You get the value of x. This is always a straight line. Just draw it. Simple. So this question is as easy as, if there's a mod, I can write plus x plus of plus y is equal to 4. I can have plus x plus of minus y is equal to 4. I can have minus x plus of plus y is equal to 4. I can have minus x plus of minus y is equal to. How to just draw 4 lines and see what is the area of these 4. Square in a way. You'll get a square there. This you can still leave it, no problem. Yet to see this, that's it. The paper gets over here. Nothing more is required. Now my question to you is, why have we not been able to pick at least 8 or 8 to 10 questions in this paper? What is the problem that we are facing in the exam? Why not a score of 24 minimum? Give me the experience of your exam. Why could you not pick these questions in the exam? Or why could you not answer, whereas you have been answering questions in the class? First 8 were doable. So why those 8 were not done by you? How much time do you need to solve this? Tell me. Approximately how much time did you take in the exam to solve this? That's it, no? What is your score in quant? 11. So can I say 4 questions? 4 threes are? Total time in quant? 40. Right? So 40 minus 12. You had 28 more minutes to solve. Where did those 28 minutes go? So do you pick question out of the topic that you know? Or do you just sit with every question that you solve and you sit and solve? All arithmetic questions. So there are 7 arithmetic questions. So what took more time? Which one? This one? This one? Okay, we'll discuss that. Apart from that? So how much time for this? Okay, fair enough. 3 extra minutes lost. No problem. 7 fours are 28 plus 4 minutes lost, 32 minutes. Can I say in 40 minutes, could you have got 7 answers? So why did you not get a score of 28 and whereas you have a score of 11? Sir, I want an answer from you, sir. Why did you end up scoring 6? It's okay. You left the questions that you are not comfortable with. But there are 7 arithmetic questions. And you too solved past CAT questions also. What is the use of practicing so many questions and still having calculation mistakes? So did you identify while practicing that you have a calculation mistake problem? What are you doing to overcome it? Did you identify in the exam? In the exam, not after the exam. Then what is the use of identifying while practicing? If I'm not putting it into practice while mocks? How many of you identified your mistake areas while practicing? I do not read the question properly, or I do a calculation mistake. And are you working on it? What are your scores in quant? Mistakes. Half solved everything. Okay, so what are you doing to overcome it? This is more important. Yeah, but again, do you think of a certain time limit for each question? I should give good 3 minutes and then out. Please understand, then you might be committing the same mistake of practicing test cricket and going and playing a T20 match. Or your situation will be of that of Cheteshwar Pujara in the Indian cricket team, or Chennai Super Kings, who did not get to play even a single match. Right? So see, it's all about identifying your mistakes and moving on, guys. This paper was not worth scoring less than 15 according to me. Not scoring anything less than 15. And I think 15 should also be a 50 or 60 percentile, according to me. Right? Which means there are easy questions, and our job is to just go and identify them. I can't leave this question thinking that it's a mixtures question. How do I make this question easy? Let's see, how did you solve it? Let's see, how would I approach this question? So in a cocktail, there's a mixture of alcohol and juice. The minute I read the first question, like, okay, maybe mixtures and allegations. The price of mixture, the minute the question moved towards the price of mixture, I told myself, no, there's something else. The price of mixture of 30 ml alcohol and 90 ml juice is 120. So the first equation that I wrote, in my notes was 30x plus 90y is equal to 120. Now, the minute I read the next part, if the price of alcohol increases by 20%, I strike this equation off. Why did I strike the equation off? I would not take 100x and 100y. I would rather take 5x and 10y. Clear? So what I did is, then I wrote on my notes, 1 ml is equal to 5x alcohol and juice 1 ml is equal to 10x. Why 10x? Because 30% of 10 will be 3. Clear? So I just changed my equation to 30 into 5x plus 90 into 10y is equal to 120. Next part of the equation, this increases by 20%, which means this becomes 6x. Clear? Now the question says 30 into 6x plus 90 into 13y is equal to 150. Clear? Both of them are multiples of 30. This is also multiple of 30. So what do? I would rather write these equations as cancel 30. 5x plus 10y is equal to 34 is 120. Sorry, 3 into 10y, that is 30y. And this will be 6x plus 3 into 13y is equal to 5. What should I cancel, x or y? X. So I multiply this equation with 6 and I multiply this equation with 5. 6 3s are 18. 18 into 10, 180y is equal to 24. Clear? 5 3s are 15. 15 into 13, 15 10s are 150. 15 3s are 45. 150 plus 45, 195. So I would say 195y is equal to 25. So can I say I got the value of 15y is equal to 1? And what is the question asking you? 100 ml of juice. If 1 ml of juice is 10x, can I say 100 ml of juice will be 1000x? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Sorry, y? 1000y. So if I get y is equal to 1 by 15, I want the value of 1000y, that is into 1000. Now what is 1 by 15 as a percentage? 6.66. 1 by 15 as a percentage means 100 by 15. If 100 by 15 is 6.66, what is into 10? 6.66. How many options have 66.66? That's your answer. Now, how many of you did exactly on these lines and did not take decimal values? 5x, 10y, or 100x, 100y. I'm okay with that as well. How many of you did 100x and 100y? 1. You took 5x and 10y? 2. Rest? The door is open, I'm saying. For the rest people, the door is open. I have not taught you arithmetic. I have not taught you arithmetic at all. Even if you take x and y, the numbers are easier. The numbers are lovely, no? How many of you got this correct, by the way? How many of you reached till this question? Because this was the last but one question of the papers. How many of you reached till this question? You did not reach? Do it in equation method. 30 into x plus 90 into y is equal to 120, which will give me x plus 3y is equal to 4. Now, if this is increasing by 20%, 1.2, 30 into 1.2, 36x. Clear? And value of y becomes 1.3. 90 into 1.3. 117. Clear? So this becomes 117y is equal to 150. Still multiples of 3. Clear? Right? So can I cancel with 3 on both the sides? So this gives me what? 12x plus 39y is equal to 50. Multiply by 12. Get your answer. So this 12 and 12 gets cancelled. This is 36 and 39. This gives me 3y is equal to 50 minus 4, which will give you 2. 48, yeah, 2. Or the value of y is equal to 2 by 3. I want value of 100y, 66.66. Did you get the answer? You can't commit calculation mistakes in these kind of questions. And if you're not working on your calculation mistakes, please understand you're bleeding marks in these areas. I cannot afford to commit a mistake in this kind of question. So 3 marks, you have it, or a -1. This becomes a very easy question. If I read the question, MNO and OPM are isosceles right angle triangles. Clear? In a right angle triangle, which is the largest side? And hypotenuse is the side opposite to right angle. So can I say in this triangle, this becomes my hypotenuse, PO becomes my hypotenuse? Yes, yes, yes. So if this is my hypotenuse, can I say if this is an isosceles triangle, these two sides are equal? What is Pythagoras theorem here, Savita? Did you solve this question, Savita, in the exam? So I have square root of 5 square, that is 25, plus square root of 5 plus 5 square, that is 25, which becomes root 50 is the value of hypotenuse. So this value is root 50. If this value is root 50, this value is also root 50. Now the question is asking you find the length of OP. That is this square plus this square whole root over root 50 whole square is 50. Root 50 whole square is 50. Two silly, simple questions to solve in the examination. Clear? Point number 2. Point number 3. How many of you got answer for this question? Every row has 3 fewer children than the row in front of them. The first one has x. Then the second row will have x minus 3. The third row will have 3 less. X minus 6. Which of the following cannot be? X are the number of children in each row. That means x should be an integer. If 3 rows are there, can I get x as an integer? Let's see. So we have what? 3x plus 9. Sorry, 3x minus 9 is equal to 630. Or you have 3x is equal to 639. Will x be an integer? Yes, which means 3 rows are possible. Okay. So if 3 rows are possible, this cannot be my answer. Now you need to be quick in finding a trend. If x has to be an integer, clear? The right hand side number, including this part, has to be multiple of this value. What do I mean by that? If I'm taking 4 rows, that means this becomes 4x. Now this minus will become a plus that side. Till here we know this is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 goes on to my right. That becomes 630 plus 18. Can I say this should be divisible by 4? For a number to be divisible by 4, last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. So 648 and 4. This is exactly divisible. That means x again can be an integer. So this is not my answer. If I'm taking 5 rows, the 5th row will have how many? X minus 12. So till here at 18, 18 minus 12 will become minus 30. Minus 30 goes on to my right, becomes a plus 30. And I have a 5x. Is it exactly divisible? Yes. This is also not my answer. First question of your papers. Solved? Clear? Doesn't come under any, I would rather say equations only. And I've given you hint many a times in simple equations. The hints are, the question might tell you number of people, number of pens, number of pencils. All these unsaid rules are that these all numbers should be integers. Simple. Clear? So again, very easy question to be solved in the paper. How many of you solved this? Raise your hands. There's nothing to try. A to the power x is equal to b. Now if I replace b to the power y, if I replace this, can I say this becomes a to the power xy is equal to c? Clear? Now I have c to the power z. Let's replace this here. That becomes a to the power xyz is equal to a to the power 1. If a to the power xyz is equal to a to the power 1, what is the value of xyz? What did you try? See, to me, trying means this much. If here I did not get an idea, then I will make a statement that try kiya, idea nahi aaya, main nikal gaya. But basic trying is replacement. That's why I keep telling you, don't be too good at mathematics also. Excess of knowledge is also dangerous here. See, because basic thing is I replace here. And the minute I'm replacing, I'm seeing this as a to the power xy, a to the power xyz is equal to a to the power 1. I did not put my pen down to get the answer of this question. Clear? Fourth, very easy question on indices and inserts. I keep on telling this. You have scope to answer in the examination. Now, it all depends on are you picking those questions and using your logic or not is the most important question that you have to ask. Clear? This was a very easy question for the 2,400. Invested at 6%. I repeat, what makes this question easy? Simple interest. Okay. Now, at the end of some time, it amounted to rupees 3120. So, if amount is equal to 3120, can I say that the interest part is equal to 720? If you want, you can go by the formula also. 720 is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. 24 ones and 24 30s. This is 100, okay? This is 6 ones and 6 5s. 100 and 100 gets cancelled. So time period is equal to 5 years. Now the question says, R invested 3/4 of G's principal. 3/4 of 2,400. That is 1,800. 4 ones are 4 600. That means he invested 1,800 for 5 years at 8% per annum. That's it, no? Yep. 0000 gets cancelled. 8 5s are 40. 18 into 4, 72. Therefore, your answer should be 720. How many of you got this answer at least? All? No? Didn't do. Sin. I repeat, I will not leave when I see the word. Don't worry. At least these mock discussions will be an eye opener to you that you should not leave it, or in what cases you are not supposed to leave it. That end will never come. Congratulations. Have you realized in the mock exams the end doesn't come? See, when will end come? जब मेरे को पूरा पेपर आता है यार. Are you getting it? 22 questions है. मेरे को 21 आता है. And I can do it in less than 40 minutes. Only then the end part comes. Are you getting it? So at least at this moment, you can say that you are not done with the whole syllabus. That means end won't come. If you keep on trying every question, end won't come, no? Clear? If you are sure that you definitely know this, then keep it in the zone of, as I told you, when you go in the triangle method, I know the question. I do not know the question. I will try. And I also told you that trying should be the least possible number. Unfortunately, you guys are busy here only. You should have picked your first priority is you pick these 7 questions of arithmetic, first convert them in the least possible time and then move out. That's why I was talking to you about it. 7 into 4 is 28 minutes. Clear? 28 minutes. You still have 40 minutes in the examination. Assuming that you lost 3 to 4 minutes in some of the other question, you're still at 32 minutes. But by the end of the 32 minutes, 21 should have been with you. Let's leave it. Assuming that you attempted 40 minutes, 40 minutes, at least 21 ravali kada. Clear? What is the hurry that makes you commit calculation mistakes? You know the whole paper? So what is the hurry? Hurry कब होता है? जब मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा solve करना है कम time में. So do you know the whole paper? Then what is the hurry? Which process? Any question. The question that you committed a calculation mistake on. I'm asking about that question. Alcohol percentage change. What is the process in that question? It's okay, no problem. You can still go with the long method. You want me to do with 117 only? How long have you been practicing for CAT? So can't we calculate with 117 also? Okay, you did not write divisible by 3. Then what did you do? Did the first equation get simplified? Simplified, right? Then why do you need to multiply? One minute. Coming. Don't worry. Answers to everybody's questions. Anybody can ask anything if you have not got any of your methods in the examination. Yes, Savita. This is what you wrote in the exam? What should I multiply first equation with? 36. Then what is the problem? 36 into 3 is how much? 36 into 3. Easy. Nobody's in a hurry. Sure, 108? Clear, everybody? So what is the problem? 117 minus 108 is how much? $36. This becomes 108, and this is into 36. So this you got as 9y is equal to 4 into 36. 144 minus 150. Yeah, you committed a calculation mistake. What were you calculating? No, what were you calculating in the exam? I'm not asking this. Did you have this in this in the examination? Now that is what I'm asking you. What is the hurry that's killing you in the exam? That's for everyone who has committed calculation mistakes. Why do we need to commit? See, I again repeat, calculation mistakes will only happen when I'm in a hurry. Which pressure, yaar? Arithmetic का कितना क्वेश्चन था पेपर में यार? Arithmetic का कितना क्वेश्चन था? What was the first job? Solve the question that you know. And so far we all have completed arithmetic. Arithmetic का कितना क्वेश्चन था? 7 questions. कितना टाइम था हमारे पास? 40 minutes. On an average per question had more than 5 minutes per question. Now tell me what was the problem? Sorry, excuses. I did not ask you to solve the whole paper. Did I? Who said that? Keep thinking. Don't even get the minimum marks. नहीं जनरल भी क्यों वो थॉट प्रोसेस क्यों आ रहा है मैं वही बोल रहा हूं ना आई एम ट्राइंग टू चेंज द थॉट प्रोसेस नो डिड आई आस्क यू टू सॉल्व द होल पेपर एनीबॉडी इन दिस क्लास वाज अटेम्प्टिंग द होल पेपर व्हाई sorry but in the whole attempt you have not even got 21 marks how many of you have given 21 marks all 7 questions of arithmetic how many please raise your hands all 7 21 రావాలి రా నీకు 21 వచ్చిందా ఓవరాల్ స్కోర్ ఎంత నీది exactly so you solved only 7 questions so all the 7 arithmetic questions okay good at least that is fine others how many of you can give me all 7 arithmetic questions from this paper so don't you think your job in this mock I told you clearly don't fall for the percentiles I told you there will be easy questions your job is to search easy questions who asked you to solve the whole paper then give me 21 marks of those 7 questions कौन बोलता है यार 5 मिनट इक्वेशन के लिए यार उसमें मिनिमाइज क्या करने का यार? आई एम गिविंग द लॉन्गेस्ट पॉसिबल मेथड टू सॉल्व. See, I repeat, if a shortcut needs time in the examination, that is not a shortcut. If you are telling me that in the exam I'm busy thinking इसको कैसे simplify करूंगा, भाई भूल जा. जो तेरे को आता है ना करके निकल जा. I'm not kidding, I'm serious. Why do I tell learn more than one method to solve? For that reason only. I'm not in the examination to sit and think, यार ये method है क्या? नहीं ये method है क्या? That's wasting time. That's why I'm asking her. If you did not know this is divisible by 7, I still gave you the method to solve. Then what is wrong? In this, you only failed to understand I can multiply numbers. All I have to do is multiply numbers. I did not simplify calculation. I did not even divide here. Can I still get the answer easily? Then what? Why are you wasting your time in the examination? Why are you complicating your mind in the examination? देखो यार दो चीज है, या तो कैलकुलेशन सिंप्लीफाई होगा, नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा, हमको कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा. लीव दैट. एग्जाम में कैलकुलेटर है कि नहीं? Then what is stopping you from using the calculator and getting 3 marks in this question? If you remember, I told you in a question there are 3 things. There is a concept involved in the question, there is a reading involved in the question, and there is calculation involved in the question. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. You know this and you got the question wrong. Biggest mistake of your life. Item number sin, the heinous crime. क्योंकि यार सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज यही होता है यार. If I know how to crack the question, if I have written these 2 equations correctly and still got it wrong, that means you are not working on calculations. I cannot commit calculation mistakes. I've been telling you right from day one. Worst part, you had these 2. That means your concept in this question was correct. Then if this is a problem, then what is wrong? Why are you not working on your calculations? And why are you wasting 1 minute or some time to think, how can I simplify calculations? If you remember, I told you, shortcut in mathematics, the speed maths are speed maths only. That can only become speed maths if that becomes your natural method. Natural method was what I wrote here. This is my natural method. If you're trying to learn from me in the class and directly apply in the examination, वो नहीं आएगा यार. If you're learning from me in the class, then you apply while practicing whenever you see these numbers. I see 20%, I will not take 100x because your price of 1 ml है यार. If I take price of 1 ml as 100x, the number becomes huge. 20%, 30%, I'll reduce my numbers. I'll take 5x and 10x on the spot. But if you're thinking and getting it, then please drop the idea. Do this. This is for everyone. That's what I'm trying to discuss. Why are you committing mistakes in the exam? See, either you know the shortcut. Shortcut means on the spot. You think, अरे class में shortcut बताया था. That's why if you remember, I tell you 2 methods to solve. Basic method, shortcut method. Why do you think I tell you 2 methods to solve? Now is the time for me to reveal the secret. The secret is if you're forgetting the shortcut, चुपचाप basic methods से निकल के आ जाओ. I also make this statement in the class. Better late than never. Have you heard from me in the class? At least get the answers. See, when the mock starts, students start realizing every statement made in some of the other class is applicable here. Why do you think? Is there a fashion statement? I first explain mathematical approach. Then I tell this is the shortcut. Because yes, we either do not revise or shortcuts are made to forget here. You will forget shortcuts. How many things will you by heart in the exam? Tell me, how many grammar, how many geometry theorems, how many mensuration formulas? Clear? अभी algebra भी आने वाला है. Sin, tan, cos का तो पूरा टेबल भी by heart करना है. Clear? Last exam में भी saw sin square, logarithms. I gave you 2 more terms: harmonic mean, geometric mean. This is only quant. Go back to verbal. How many words of English? At least 600 to 700 good vocabulary is what you should understand. How many grammar rules? So do you think is it possible for a human brain to remember all those things? That's why if you would have seen the so-called analysis, since you do a lot of analysis online, right? If you see, the only statement that all the toppers would say is make the basics perfect. Nothing else. Make the basics perfect. And why do you practice so much? If you after practicing so much, you're still committing calculation mistakes, which means your practice has not been perfect. Which means all the time that you have invested by now, has either gone waste or has given you partial returns. This is the time for you to now question yourself. मैं एग्जाम में बैठ के क्यों सोचूं यार, वो मेरा काम कब है, प्रैक्टिस के टाइम पे सोचने का है. Why do you think you have 100, 150, 200 questions to solve? Only for this only. I would be really happy if you give me 21. See, 21. Let's go with the percentile game. 21 was 80 percentile. 85. 80. Yeah, so 21 is an 80 percentile. We are in the month of June end. How many months away from CAT? 5 months away. Can I at least go home, with satisfaction ki sala मैं जितना prepare किया ना 70, 80 तो आ जाएगा यार. अभी 5 महीना है. We are yet to enter two very strong areas: geometry, algebra. You see a lot of questions coming from that area. So what is wrong in going home with a good satisfaction by the end of the day that, okay, my preparation is on the track? I want only that much for you to understand from quant in mocks. See, verbal LR is a complex game here. There's no syllabus. You have to get a score. You can't say out of syllabus. And if you remember, that's why I've told you in my first class to everyone that quant is the easiest section of all. At least go home happy, sleep confidently. Okay, 7 questions. Got them correct. Yeah, I might not be happy if you're saying 40 minutes for 7 questions. I would be happy if you still say, so 30 minutes, 7 questions. That is your job in this exam, to go and analyze whatever you have practiced. Are you able to replicate under time pressure or not? तू कहाँ पूरा पेपर सॉल्व करने का सोच रहा है यार? Are you guys trying to understand? I want you to understand the game of cat. If this becomes an actual CAT paper, and I'm telling you, actual CAT paper, your percentiles will go up. Lot of people who have not prepared will also enter. These mocks might not be written by more than 3,000, 4,000 people initially. Going forward, maximum number of people who write the mocks is 8,000 to 10,000. You take time, IMS, CL. The highest number is 10 to 12,000 people. In the exam, you have, and that those 12,000 to be the serious practicing people. In the main exam, you get a lot of 1,88,000 population. So I repeat, please go to a mock with at least in the quant, go to a mock with one understanding. Go back and see, has your practice resulted in the required efforts or not? Getting worried that I got a low score or feeling sad about a low score is not the motive of these exams. You should not be embarrassed that you got a low score. You should be rather questioning yourself, why did I not pick this question? If I pick this question, why did I get it wrong? Okay, next time I'm not supposed to comment on me wrong in this kind of question. If you are saying you failed in calculation, then you are giving me a bigger heart attack. Yes. Any equation question, can I say Savita has 50% probability to solve? Because Savita can make equations, but Savita can't calculate. Why is this a CAT question? Because it's trying to deceive you. You came and you told me, sir, mixtures question. That is a motive. They're trying to deceive you by giving you mixtures, and they're trying to see, are you entering, solving, and coming out or not? Clear, everyone? Right? Ye ho gaya. Yeah, learning for you. To me, trying is this. Clear? So what did you do? You just took a root over of it. You know, b to the power 1 by x is equal to a. C power z equal to a. So I try to find b in terms of a. B in terms of the diya hua hai. Why are you finding it? Why? Don't complicate life here. Please, Pradeep, don't complicate life. Logarithms is complicated part of indices and surds only. How many of you know how do I decode this? I want to remove log. What is the remove? What is non-log format of this? प्रदीप कॉमर्स बच्चा रे कॉमर्स बच्चे को ये समझ में आता है रे to me even if you give me log I'll first convert in this and I'll solve it nothing else Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Clear? So I repeat, as a commerce student, I understand this, and I understood log also on these lines only. I don't understand anything else. I understood log also on these lines only. To me, log is a long cut approach of indices and sorts. I can directly give you this. Instead of that, you calculate this and then do a lot of blah 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 things and then get your answer. Yep. Anybody? How many of you got this answer? Please type a Y on the chat box. How many of you did not get this answer? Anybody who did not get the answers? Why? Agya. Did not get it. Why? What was wrong in this question? Forget two teams. I'm saying A and B. A could complete 2/3 of the work in 4 days. What can I conclude? A can complete 2/3 of the work in 4 days. So can I say A takes 6 days to complete the total work? Do you know that much? Okay. So A takes 6 days to complete the total work. B completed 1/3 of the work in 4 days. So B takes 12 days to complete the total work. Read the question statement. जोर का झटका धीरे चला गया. Nothing else. Only thing is he just made a crap thing again to confuse you. There are two teams. They worked together for 4 days, which means you worked for 4 days. He worked for 4 days. At the end of the statement, I'm telling you completed 2/3 of the work. He completed 1/3 of the work. You completed 2/3 in 4 days only, Kadamma. He completed 1/3 in 4 days. Solve. Get the answer.
This question, they work together and 2/3 of the project is completed by first team and rest by second team. So can we say that then the entire work will be completed in 4 days means? So can we say for few days they work together?
No, I can't say that.
Means I wasted a lot of
Coming. Read this question statement and compare with the previous question. Hey, statement chadko. When they started in the morning, Ravi worked with half of the efficiency. Okay. After some time, they started working for full efficiency. In that, the question did not tell you after some time. So start picking up those certain words. You know, the question has to tell you about that. Clear? Now, this was also a very easy question. It just needed calculations. Nothing else. So Ravi can complete a work in 10 hours. Pradeep, coming on to your statement, thinking ki shortcut kaise aayega? I'll tell you how did I change my. I'll literally show you because he just entered. I was solving a mock. I started this mock at 4 o'clock. Okay. I'll just and 4:30 I close it off. I'll just show you what did I write in this paper. Okay. 10 and 12 LCM 60. So I literally wrote here 6. I wrote here 5. I started reading the question. What does reading the question mean? Ravi worked with only 1/3. Okay. Okay. This is 1/3 and with only 1/4 of his capacity. Now 1/3 ये तो lovely number हो गया. But 1/4 this was not lovely number. Learn things. Okay. If this is not a lovely number, I don't want decimals, which means I would rather need a 4 here, which means I'm multiplying a 4 here, which means I'm multiplying a. That's it. This is what I've done. It's exactly same लिखा है. मैं 24 भी नहीं लिखा, 20 भी नहीं लिखा. I wrote 6 and 5. I did not rewrite it because I want a 4 here. Multiply by 4. 10 into 24, 240. That's it. Now you solve. 1/3 of this. What is 1/3 of this? H. 1/4 of this is how much? 5. So they are together completing 13 units in 1 hour. They are working for X hours. Now they are back to their usual capacity. That is 24 plus 20. Which is 44. Now 44 for how many hours? Total 8 hours, right? That is 8 minus x hours. This should be equal to total work. How many of you had these numbers on your notes? One student who can claim my student and get the correct answers. Yeah, you guys are with me for more than 2 months now. Old students more than close to a year. What are we doing? I repeat, you're paying us to know how to crack cat easily. Roshan, you know mathematics. If I'm not convincing you to follow these methods, then I am failing, Roshan. You're not you. 9 10 ostadira. But easy ga lavara wale. You look at your equation, look at this equation here. 1.25 తీసుకుంటారు 5/4. Which is still a lovely number to me. Which is still a lovely number to me because 1.25 25 से end हो रहा है, 2 decimal में close हो रहा है. But why? I just need a multiple of 4, no? 1/4, which means the number should be a multiple of 4. Into 4 अगर मेरे को करना है 20 into 12 240, मतलब यहाँ into 4 करना है. यहाँ into 4 करना है तो यहाँ पे भी into 4 करना है. काम खत्म यार. I was in dilemma. Yeah, I was stuck in one area. Should I take x or should I take x? Because it's a larger number, kada. But then I saw in the question, I remember I told you always look at the question statement, assume x to be what is asked in the question. Then I looked at the question, find the time for which the work was slowed down. That means this is what is asked. Else you won't believe my first mind without reading the question was 44 is a weird number. Let me put x here. Let me put 8 minus x here. But again, I went back to what I teach you in the class. Take x as what is seen in the question statement. Take x, solve, you'll get the answer. Clear? If you want to play further safe, this is 8 into 44. This is 8 into 30. Can I say 8 into 44 minus 8 into 30 is how much? I've written this on my notes. I've not calculated 44 into 8 and then subtracted. जब ये multiple of 8 है तो play करो ना. 8 into 30, 8 into 44. This will come here. So gap is 8 into 14. This goes on the right. Calculate. You'll get the answer. So there's 13x minus 44x, which will give you how much? 31x. Now this is the last step. Now calculate. 8 4s are 12. So this is 112 is equal to 31x, or 31 into 3 is how much? 93. Okay. So 93 ho gaya matlab 3 hours. All of them are in 3 hours. So if I take 93 from here, how much is left? 19. 19 by 31. Approximate 19 by 30. Let's approximate. 19 by 30 into 60 is approximately how many minutes? 38 minutes, right? If 19 by 30 is giving me 38 minutes, can I say 19 by 31? If the denominator is increasing, the value of fraction comes down. So it's slightly or close to 38, less than 38. Less than 38, you have only one option. Close to 38, less than 38, your answer becomes 3 hours 37 minutes. Clear? Any doubts in this question? Anybody? How many of you got this correct? All? So I've given the ratio of the speeds is 8:5. The second train is to first train. So 8 by 5 is equal to second train. I do not know. First train is 18.5. That means the speed of second train is how much? This is 5 3s are 3.7. Don't calculate. I do not know if you calculate in the exam. I would not calculate unless and until it is my last step. By heart these statements and repeat them in the brain. How many of you did leave like this? I'm super confident, not more than 1 or 2 people. Overconfident. Do not calculate unless and until it is your last step. The question has not asked you to calculate speed of the second train. This would be a multiple of this, and it is a multiple of this. Clear? So finally, The time taken by second train becomes 148 divided by, let's say, 37 into 10 into h. 37 force. 148. 48. RIP mathematics. That is why it is called quantitative aptitude. They knowingly make numbers that you waste your time here. Again, like dash, we went back. Again, divided the same numbers. Agreed? Clear? I repeat, if you are using this somewhere else, henceforth hold it. Okay? So 5 hours this guy will reach. And the other train reaches in what time? 148 by 18.5, or let's say 185 into 10. Now it is 185. You can again simplify by 5 twos and 5 37s, 37 ones and 37, sorry, fours. So this train is taking 8 hours. 7 o'clock to 8 hours means 3 p.m. Clear? Now this train is taking 5 hours but reaching at 3:15. So go backward calculation. 10:15 plus 5 hours becomes 3:15. Clear? That's your answer. अरे quadratic maximum में apply చేసావా దీనిలో? अरे anybody else who attempted this? There's a lovely logic when I saw this. This is actually quadratic equation maximum minima we learn in quadratic. But since you guys are knowing arithmetic, what makes this question easy is options. Remember one thing: whenever you have half knowledge on a certain topic, not full knowledge, like this is an open-ended question. What is open-ended question? Maximize his sales. Now, what is the maximum value of sales? I do not know. That means I do not know complete knowledge of this question. If it is a fill in the blank question, you better attempt something and move out. Point number 2, if it is option based questions, if there's an option called none of these, leave. If there's an option called cannot be determined, leave. But if there are 4 lovely options, never leave. Your answer will be coming from here only. Agreed? क्योंकि देखो फॉर्मेट इजी है हमारे लिए. फॉर्मेट क्या बोलता? टोटल नंबर ऑफ बुक्स 40 है. But this is a good equation based question. I'm not kidding. Framing this equation is beautiful. So I am selling 40 books at the cost of 156 per book. Now, he can sell all the books, okay? But on an average, each increase in the price of the book by 6 rupees, okay? Each increase in the price of the book by 6 rupees will leave a shopkeeper one unsold copy. Now let's try to understand what is happening. If this becomes 156 plus 6, this becomes 40 minus 1. If this becomes 156 plus 12, this becomes 40 minus 2. Connect the logic. Clear? So can I say, if this becomes 156 plus 6x, this would become maxima of quadratic equation. Minus b by 2 है. X is equal to minus b by 2. The maxima or minima of a quadratic equation will arrive at minus b by a. Sorry, minus b by a. Minus b by 2 is sum of the roots. At x is equal to minus b by a, and the maximum will be when you replace x in the equation. Okay, but let's not go there. If you would have picked this up to solve, because see, I do not know at what price is it sold. Okay, now comes the most important point. So he wants to maximize this. Okay, if he wants to maximize this, he's asking you at what selling price will he maximize the sales, which means I want the value of this. Agreed? Now pick up the logic. X is The number of books 40 minus x, which means x has to be integer. Now let's use the logic. Can he sell at, let's take a random number. Can he sell at 196? Let's see. If he has to sell it, if this 156 becomes 196, which means 6x will be 40. If 6x is 40, will x be an integer? I cannot have books in decimals. This is not possible. Can this be 200? If this is 200, that means 6x will be equal to 44. And x will be 44 by 6, which is not an integer. Can this be 198? 198 means 42. Hold it. Can this be 232? 156 plus 6 is 162. 162 plus 70 is 232. 6x is equal to 72. Is 76. Is 76 divisible by 6? Blessing in disguise. Third way when you leave this question is by chance this also is divisible. Then you better leave in mode. Unless you know this is a maxima and minima of quadratic equation. But here in your case, I was expecting it to be a blessing in disguise because we are talking about selling price into number of articles is equal to total sales. And most of you have not learned this approach. After a certain time, we can also try and use options. And I would have loved if you would have used options in the exam and you would have come back in the mock discussion and you would have told, sir, agar exam mein fill in the blank dega, to kaise solve karenge? Remember in the last mock, one of the questions I told you, don't go by options. Right? In the exam, all is fair in love and war. In the exam, use options. But after the exam, know how to do it without options. If you remember, I told you, if it's an integral value, you can always have a fill in the blank. But this was a blessing in disguise. Now, my concern is most of you are coming out with 6 marks, 8 marks, 13 marks. According to me, if you are sticking to the triangle, I'm sure you're not sticking to the triangle. Yes, I know. No, I do not know. And let me try. How many were sticking to this triangle? Your first shortlisting, when you're seeing a question, yes, you know, solve it in mode. And when you're saying yes, you know, you better come out in 3 to 4 minutes. Your job is not to fall in love with the question in the examination. You're not there to romance with the question. Max to max, 4 minutes out. Here, please understand. Can I say in the first 4 minutes, you are using all the kind of logics that you know? After 4 minutes, what are you doing? Logic A plus logic B. Okay, let me try this angle. Let me try this angle. But what you're doing, you're repeating the same logic that you know. So have that conviction that if you are given good 3 to 4 minutes, you have tried all the possible things that you know. It's okay to leave and move forward. Because you need to give yourself first this part. Yes, you know. Learn how to approach the exam. So if you're getting 6 marks and 9 marks, that means you are telling me, yes, you know 3 questions in the exam. 3 questions in 40 minutes. So my worry is maybe you're not hungry for marks. If you were hungry for marks, you would have tried to attempt this question because the concept seemed known to us. I'm not pushing you to solve an unknown question. The concept was known. Number of books into selling price per article is equal to total sales or total revenue or final selling price. Learn how to be hungry for marks. हल्का सा भी आता है, but this will come under this zone. Because I'm not sure, partially sure, try cheste raavochu. Are you getting it? I know a bit of it. अगर मैं try करूँगा तो मेरे को आ जाएगा. So this should come here, but you will have to reach here after you are grabbing all the things that you know. I repeat that example, guys. You are given 1 hour of free shopping and more. 1 hour of free shopping and more, and I strategically do one thing. All the things that you don't require or which are not very much useful, I'll keep in the beginning of the entry line. And all the things which are required by you, I'll keep it in the end. Will you be busy from the beginning? or will you first try to pick the things that you require, push it out of the line, and then drag whatever you can? No, I don't think so. You're doing that in the examination. You're busy picking everything according to your statement. मैं ये भी try कर लेगा, ये भी try कर लेगा, ये भी try कर लेगा, ये भी try कर लेगा. At the end of the day, I do not have anything. Neither have I scored the questions that I know. And this anyway I'm trying. When I'm trying, please understand there's a 50% probability. The minute you are saying let me try, which means what? I might get the answer, might not get the answers. So are we securing the 100%? Are we hungry for marks? Are we going in the exam with that point of view? Right? So think about it. Sometimes you need to get into that mode also. More than that, I'll come back to this also. This was one more dead easy question, guys. We have learned this concept in schools. When two triangles are similar, the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. Only thing you need to know here is the naming of the triangle. If I'm saying ABC is similar to DEF, corresponding AB, DE. So I would say AB by DE is equal to BC by EF, which is equal to AC by EF. That's it. Put in two values, you get the value of X. I guess you can put in, yeah, 18 दिया है, ये डाल दो ना, ये दोनों डाल दो. Do you have AC by DE? No, AC by DF है. You can do this, no? AC by DF is 1 by 2. You get a concrete value. So use 1 by 2 here. Okay. And then you can use any two values and you'll get the answer. Clear? And then you can use AB by DE. Perfect. So AB by DE is 2x minus 1 by 18, which is equal to 1 by 2. 3x by 6x. This is the only thing you need to know, but we have learned this in school. Basic application of similarities. Okay. Now, in case people who are good at quant, in case you had this idea, illaga question vastada, what's in the exam law idea? Did you solve this question? Did you get that idea why it's such a silly question in the exam? Please understand 90% of our class students have not solved it. Are you getting it? So they might give you, because the point is not this question. The point is it is somewhere in between of some weird questions. Students are lost. If a person is segregating the questions, he or she will be able to identify, okay, let me grab it. So I'm again and again telling you guys, learn how to approach the paper, learn how to be hungry for marks. Clear? Right? How many of you solved this question? I loved this question here. Got it correct? Very easy question, to be very frank. Now tell me one thing here. What does this mean? Z of n plus 1 is equal to Z of n plus 1. What does this mean in layman terms? Z of n is my current term, right? Let's say Z of 2 लेना है, तो मैं n का value 1 लूंगा, तब जाके मेरे को 2 मिलेगा. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Can I say Z of 2 is equal to Z of 1 plus 1? Whenever you have these kind of questions or function based questions, always try. Trying means this. Trying means I apply one or two values, try to see can I, or am I decoding something? Can I say second term is 1 more than the first term? Now if I want 3 here, n value should be 2. So can I say Z of 3 is equal to Z of 2 plus 1? So that means can I say every term is 1 more than the previous term? Yes, no, yes, no. Suppose this is my current term. Then this becomes my previous term plus 1. This is my current term. This is my previous term plus 1. Okay. So the logic is quite simple. If my first term is x, my second term is x plus 1, my third term is x plus 2, my fourth term is x plus 3, my 98th term, 98th term will be x plus 97, and this value is equal to 137. If I add all of them, how many x's am I adding? 98 x's. So I have 98x plus sum of first 97 natural numbers, n into n plus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to 137. Clear? Now what is the question asking you? The question is asking you Z2. Z2 is this. Z4. Z4 is this. Which means, can I say the question is asking you x plus 1 plus x plus 3 plus x plus 5, so on, so on, so on, x plus 97. First of all, how many terms are these? These are my odd numbers. Odd numbers from 1 to 100. How many odd numbers do I have from 1 to 100? 50 odd numbers. What is my last odd number? 99. Can I say only 99 is missing? That means these are 49 odd numbers. That means these are my 49 terms. 49 x's are my adding. 49x. What is sum of first n odd numbers? N square. Remember this. Clear? 1 plus 3. What is 1 plus 3? 4. Sum of first two odd numbers is 2 square. What is 1 plus 3 plus 5? That is 9. Sum of first three odd numbers is 3 square. Similarly, sum of first n odd numbers. First n is very important. Okay, that is n square, which means 97 square. I want the value of this. Sorry, 49 square. My bad. First 49 squares. No, 49 odd numbers. 49 square. Clear? You see this? 98 by 2 is 49. So you need not get the value of x. All you have to do is only one calculation. This one calculation, subtract. Clear? You will get the value of 98x divided by 2. Clear? And that x you replace here and calculate the value of 14, or use calculator. You have calculator in the exam. Just use and get out. Clear? But don't calculate the value of x. It will still be in decimals in calculator also. 98 by 2 is 49. So first make this as a subject. Whatever you get on the right hand side, divide by 2. That becomes 49x plus 49 square becomes your final answer. Clear? Right? How many of you did this? That's a good question. It's a logical reasoning question. One single question of logical reasoning in quant. Let's see what is happening. What's the time? Yeah, okay, we still have 10 minutes. So it is possible to arrange 8 of these 9 numbers in the vacant squares of 3 by 4 array as shown below, so that the arithmetic mean, right? Yeah. Arithmetic mean of the numbers in each row and each column is the same integer. Okay. Let's say each column it is x. That means each row also it is x. Clear? What is sum of these 4 numbers? 4x. Average is x. And there are 4 numbers. The sum is 4x. Okay. What is sum of these 3? 3x each. So can I say the sum of the rows or the sum of the columns should be a multiple of 3 as well as multiple of 4? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Just add, see which number you have to remove. That's your answer. So let's do this. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 14 is 24. 24 plus 15 is 39 is what I already have. And now I have 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 13. Out of these, one number has to move out. Okay. Now, let's do strategic addition. 39 plus 11, 50. 50 plus 10, 60. 60 plus 10, 70. What else? 70. 12 plus 13, 25. 70 plus 25 is 95. 95 plus 5, 100. 100 plus 6, 106. From here, which number should I remove? So that it should be a multiple of 3 as well as a multiple of 4, which means it has to be a multiple of 12. So 106 minus 10, which is 96 is a multiple of 12, right? So you have to remove 10 from the scenario. Numeric logic. Remember the word numeric logic? Quant-based reasoning. Numbers-based reasoning, nothing else. Clear? Right? It's okay if you're not having the idea, but yeah, The whole idea of discussing is certain easier ways of calculating this. Any doubts with this? Whenever the base is same, what do I do? And there's an addition sign. Log A, this is 3 by 2, plus log base A, this is 4 by 3, plus log base A, this will be, you can pick it up now, 5 by 4, and so on, so on, so on, up to 198 terms. When the bases are same, all I do is keep the base ones out, and I just multiply them. This becomes 3 by 2 into 4 by 3 into 5 by 4, so on, so on, so on. I repeat, first term numerator is 2 more. So 198th term, the numerator will be 200. First term denominator is 2. So last term will be 1 more than the number. Clear? Right? So all these values will get cancelled. Eventually you'll be left out with 200 by 2. 200 by 2 is 100. So if I'm writing log 100 base 10, which is equal to 2. No, I'm surprised.
Rank was confused, sir. Maybe we should calculate the order in which they are coming in.
Yeah.
It is
But you did not understand the question. Tell me, smallest 4-digit number starting with 24. Can I say will be the first number starting with 24? Now, wait. Come. Largest 5-digit number that can be formed. Can I say the last number of 5-digit number?
Yes.
That's your answer. Subtract.
Rank, what is rank?
Vastanandra. Can I say I can make 1-digit numbers? How many 1-digit numbers will I make if I write in ascending order? I'll first write 2, then I'll write 4, then I'll write 6, 7, 8, 9, so on. So 1-digit numbers are 6. How many 2-digit numbers are there? 6 into 5, 30. How many 3-digit numbers are there? 6 into 5 into 4. That is how much? 120. So can I say the smallest 4-digit number according to the given digits will definitely start with 2, 4 only? So 120 plus 30 plus 6, 156 numbers are already written. So can I say the smallest number with 24 will be 157th number? So the rank of that number is 157. Okay. Now how many 4-digit numbers in all? Because I want the last number of 5 digits also. So how many 4-digit numbers can be formed? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. That is 360. And finally 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. 720. Now Roshan, 2 ways. 2 ways. I have a number in the first place here. Okay, smallest number with 24. So ikkada number undira. Deen tarvata 359 numbers unnai. Deen kinda 720 numbers unnai. Idi na last number. So easy way of calculation is this gap is my answer. See the answer. Or you got the rank of 157. Calculate the final rank. Subtract. Yes, but here the question that they have framed is very lovely. Smallest 4-digit number with 24 will be the first number of 24. Largest 5-digit number will be the last number of 5-digit numbers. So this 720th number will be the largest 5-digit number. So calculate everything, that becomes the rank of this. Calculate everything, this becomes the rank of this, and subtract these two becomes your answer. Clear? Right? So let's stop here. Remaining, this is, I'll just discuss this last question here. Now remember always, guys, can I say x by y into y by z into z by x is always equal to 1? So this question will definitely be solved if you go by an algebraic method, but trust me, mast lamba question banega yaar. Because I want A, B, B, C, C, A. So what I first tried was, I'm trying to make A as the subject here. If you make A as the subject, you get the value of A is equal to y plus x by y minus x. You make B as the subject here, you will get z plus y by z minus y, and you make C as the subject here, you get x plus z by x minus z. And trust me, that becomes a lengthy, kick-ass big number here. And you'll get confused what to cancel and what not to cancel. Because I tried both the methods. I always do both the methods. Clear? Now, this method is always a very lovely method. Clear? Because x by y into y by z into z by x is equal to 1. To me, again, I repeat, not hinting anything, but trying means this. I'll try. Trend आ रहा है ठीक है, नहीं आ रहा है leave and move. Are you getting it? So please understand, he is not asking you to do a very long number. You can just multiply these three numbers and you see finally you will get AB, BC, CA is equal to -1. That should be your answer. So sometimes the questions are designed in a way where they're trying to use your common sense than the algebraic method. Because this will become a very lengthy method here. First AB, then BC, then CA, and then you're again adding all the three of them. So each numerator will have multiplication of 3, multiplication of these two and this. Right? Then multiplication of these two and this, and then multiplication of these two and this multiplication. And then you open the brackets and then everything will get cancelled there also. But it's a very long method and there's a 99% probability you might get lost by writing those many terms. So other easy method is x by y into y by z into z by x is equal to 1. I'm multiplying left hand side values equal to 1. Multiply your right hand side values. You'll simplify, you will get A, B, B, C, C, A. Clear? So let's stop here. I think this is what I'm expecting from you. But yeah, I would not be very lenient also. I am expecting 21 in this paper. You should expect 21 in this paper because arithmetic questions were not difficult. I've not gone into difficult numbers questions. I'm not counting anything. Worst case, one extra bonus of Pythagoras Theorem as well. तो यार कम से कम ये 8 क्वेश्चन तो आपको पुश करके निकालना ही है यार पेपर में. And you're focusing on wrong things if you're scoping the paper. I repeat, I'm giving you one more time, making one more statement. Your job is to find easy questions, convert, come out. First definition of easy questions is what you have already done. Then definition of easy question comes as Pythagoras theorem, series based questions. That is second level of easy questions. First level is whatever you have definitely done. Understand where your preparation is going. Understand are you able to solve or not. Clear? Right? That's it for this mock discussion. See you tomorrow with logical reasoning and DI. Batch 3 and 5, I think we'll move to the other room. Just give me 2 minutes, we'll confirm. Yeah, let's go to the other room. Batch 3 and 5 will move to the other room with numbers.
Sir.
Thank you, guys.